really, you know the way referees, I mean, you know how lucrative refereeing can be.
It has become so
lucrative. It has become so lucrative because you get a lot of money. One weekend could turn your life around. This is becoming so lucrative. So referees do all that they can to ensure that they pass these tests. I mean, some even fail the test. They go back for a second one. They go back for a third one just to make sure that they make it and they're able to handle games because it's so lucrative. And until what Oyin said is done, come with a certificate. And if you are in doubt that this referee is fit enough to go through this test, conduct your own test right there.
Absolutely.
Right there, save lives. There was a year we lost about 3 or 4.
Yeah. People should not be allowed to.
I think this year, this year that we lost only 1 reported so far is the least in a long time.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's the least. Every year referees just go and they pass on from there. It's unfortunate.
And if you go and investigate too, we are there, facilities on ground, such as ambulance,
emergency facilities.
They usually have
defibrillators.
They usually have facilities.
Okay.
And when you have an event where do I say
because
where a referee yamutus on the regular?
The last time we heard that before the help could come. Before
some of them have gone.
Bring in the ambulance, which was an indication that these facilities were not on ground. So I
it's
think
really appalling. It's really appalling, and I think it's
the NFF should just come into it and make sure that
thorough checks are done to prevent losing lives.
Look at how the referees are sweating at this under-17 tournament. These are kids. You need to be healthy to follow these kids. If you are not healthy, you could slump.
Refereeing is intensive, really. If you want to do it properly,
absolutely.
If you want to do it properly, it's really intensive, and I think
which was an issue someone raised a few days ago. That why is since it is a youth tournament, why isn't FIFA using younger referees? Maybe under 20.
No, this is a FIFA tournament.
Yeah, because if they are saying you want to create, unearth the new talents of tomorrow, why don't you give this a chance to the new referees of tomorrow as well?
But let me tell you that some of the referees that you find here, some of the FIFA referees are young guys, 20s and 30s, and the standard is the same. The match situations are the same.
Fitness,
so the best of the face.
Fitness too sometimes does not have anything to do with age. It requires you to
exercise on a regular basis
to be fit.
All right, I think we need to spend more time to really reflect on this. Probably get a retired referee, to come to talk to us on all of these issues, because this is one case too many. Every year a referee leaves, goes for Cooper test, never makes it, and pays the ultimate price. It's really unfortunate, and I hope that something can be done to put an end to things like that. But let's tell you how you can be a part of what we're doing on Sports Tonight. We want to be as interactive as possible. We'd like you to talk to us, take advantage of our feedback platforms showing on your screen. On Facebook, you can talk to us, channels iPhone Sports, and then of course you can tweet us at those handles at Channel Sports. I beg your pardon, at channels_sports. At my handle, which is at Toyin Bitoye, and of course Micho Konta is also there on your screen. So please talk to us, take advantage of these platforms. Let's know what you have at the back of your mind. All right, so how do we stop losing our referees this way? And then what do you feel about the Golden Eagles going into Friday's final match against Mexico? We'll go on a quick break now. When we return from the break, we'll update you with what is going on in the UEFA Champions League. Games are currently going on. Goals are beginning to trickle in around some of the centers. We'll give you updates on all of those games going on. We'll talk about what happened yesterday as well on Sports Tonight. So join us again.
At first, it's only anticipation that something is about to happen. This is one thing that makes life interesting, to compete not only with players across the field, but across the world. It makes me feel joy when we win and sorrow when we lose. The action and reaction colliding, falling, dropping, despite the odds. I love it because it brings me tears of victory, tears of joy. The skill that leads to the pass that leads to the shot that leads to the goal that determines the ultimate. Channel Sports, defining the moment of true sport.
It's happening on Metrofy. All you need to know in the social circle, the events, the places, and and the people. Catch all the excitement on Metrofile
every Friday at 11 p.m.
only on Channels Television. Metrofile, glitz and glamour.
All right, thank you for staying with us. It's time for us to move on sports tonight. And before we go on to the other things we've lined up for you on the show, let's quickly take you to different centers across Europe and try to update you with results coming out of centers where UEFA Champions League games are currently being played. Today, we're having games in groups E, F, G, H. And those groups, at least goals have been scored at some of those venues. So let's quickly get you up to speed with some of the results, and we'll go on talk about what happened yesterday as well on the show. Today, in Group E, Basel down 0-1 at home to Steaua Bucharest. Chelsea 1-0 up over Schalke 04. Samuel Eto'o, the Cameroonian, with a goal. Borussia Dortmund and Arsenal still goalless. Arsenal will want to get a result. They lost at home to Dortmund. They want to go to Germany and inflict.
That for me is the match of the night.
That's the match of the night.
Excellent teams playing to excellent football at the moment.
Napoli are 2-1 up over Olympic Marseille.
They came from behind. Andrea, you scoring first for Marseille before Gökhan Inler and Gonzalo Higuain getting the goals for Napoli.
Yeah, Zenit and FC Porto at full time. That's early kickoff, 1-1. Yeah, that game ended 1-1. Early kickoff in Russia. Atletico Madrid, one of the teams of the season for me. 2-0 up.
Raul Garcia and also Miranda as well.
They're 2-0 up over Austria Vienna. These are some of the results of games currently going on. Then Ajax and Celtic. Still goalless. And then the big one, the biggest game of the night at the Nou Camp, Barcelona, courtesy of a Lionel Messi penalty, 1-0 up over AC Milan. And both games, 35 minutes, 36 minutes already played around some of these games. So we're just some 10 minutes away from halftime. So there's still plenty of time for things to change, Sunday. Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. And so far, you see that some of these matches are already going to script. Atletico Madrid are always going to, take apart Austria Vienna as well. The Chelsea Schalke 04 game, you expected Chelsea to respond to losing to Newcastle over the weekend, and they're already doing that quite comfortably as well. Napoli facing the whipping boys of their group, Olympic Marseille.
And that puts pressure on Arsenal to get a result.
Exactly. So some of these games are going directly to type. Barcelona against Milan. Every time Barcelona have always played the second leg away after playing Milan, they always get a result, and it's already going according to form. So no surprises yet, but there's still plenty of time for these matches, these scorelines to change.
All right, but let's. There were games played yesterday as well. So let's see if we can quickly get you up to speed with the results of games played yesterday. United lost the penalty, but then settled for a draw, goalless draw.
Ashley Young also in the midst of the controversy with his
diving,
Olympic diving.
But it was 0-0. Real Sociedad and Manchester United. Shakhtar Donetsk and Bayer Leverkusen also settled for a goalless draw in that one. FC Copenhagen 1-0 over Galatasaray of Turkey. Juventus and Real Madrid settled for a 2-2 draw. Was a thrilling game.
And Gareth Bale on the score sheet for.
And then Llorente and Arturo Vidal for Juventus. Olympiacos 1-0 over Benfica. PSG couldn't take out a 10-man Anderlecht. It ended 1-1. They actually came from behind.
Fabulous performance by Anderlecht. This was
the same thing that lost 5-0 to
5-0 at home. So
a week ago.
They needed a Zlatan Ibrahimovic goal in the 78th minute, I believe, to rescue a point in that match. Manchester City also making history, qualifying for the first time ever for the knockout phase of the FIFA Champions League. Yeah, Alvaro Negredo getting a hat-trick there. Sergio Aguero also with 2 goals. And also some African interest there. Ivorian striker Seydou Doumbia also scoring for CSK Moscow. I'm sure Manuel Pellegrini has already earned his stripes, because this was one of the reasons why he was brought in
for the team to do well in
the Champions League.
Defending champions, Bayern Munich.
Mario Mandzukic now have a 100% record in their group, and they have now equaled Barcelona's 9 consecutive wins in the UEFA Champions League. All
right, so that's it for you. Results of games played yesterday in the UEFA Champions League. All right, gentlemen, let's quickly go and take a look at some other stories, take a look at stories of interest to us here. Domestic football is over. All the leagues are on break. The Global Premier League is on break. The National League is on break. This is the season to reward